Hey, this is George from NoMorePoorCreditScore.com, and today I got a doom and gloom video for you today. Okay, because I got some bad news. Capital One Bank is slashing credit limits. They're canceling credit cards, they're cutting credit limits in half, and we don't want that. If you happen to be one of the people that's been affected by these cuts by Capital One Bank, I can pretty much take a guess on how you feel about them right now.
Capital One, you can kiss my.
I think that pretty much sums up how you feel. Am I right? Well, listen, we don't want credit limits slashed. Now, credit cards have tons of uses for everybody. And these days that we're living in today, we can't afford our credit cards decreasing. If anything, we want our credit limits increased. All right. A lot of us out here are using credit cards just to get by because of the crazy times we're living in today. All right. So I believe Capital One Bank is afraid of our current economic situation where there's a lot of unemployment going on and they're scared of people not being able to pay back the balances that people are accumulating on their cards because of the economy. The stimulus that I heard we're getting is not going to be as much as it was before. So Capital One Bank is reacting to that news and they're fearful of people not being able to pay it back. So, I mean, I don't know. That's what's going on today. But we don't want these limits. We don't want our limits being cut. I know you don't want your limit being cut. Your credit utilization will skyrocket and your credit score will plummet if your limit is being cut. You don't want your credit utilization percentage to go up.
When your credit utilization percentage goes up a lot, your credit score can take a big hit. Why is that? Because your credit utilization shouldn't be higher than 30% of your credit limit. For example, if you have a $1,000 limit, try not to carry a balance of more than $300. Slashing your limit can lower your credit score dramatically if the bank suddenly cuts that $1,000 limit to $500 if you have a $300 balance. Now you have a high utilization percentage, and that will cause your credit score to drop.
Now, I'm sorry, I can't give a definitive answer on what we can do if you've already been affected. And I also can't give a definitive answer on how to prevent Capital One from slashing your limits. But we can go over some suggestions on what we can possibly do to hopefully try to keep it from affecting us and maybe getting that limit back if you've already gotten affected. So let's try to figure something out. If you've already been affected by the slashing of the credit limits by Capital One, then hey, give them a call. It won't hurt. I mean, if you don't ask, you don't get. Give them a call and tell them how long you've been a loyal customer and how long you've been using their credit card, how long you've had an account, and remind them of how good your payment history has been, and tell them that you've been using your credit card regularly, and you haven't been an issue. You're a great customer. You're valuable. I mean, you've been responsible with your credit, and you can't understand why they would cut a limit for a customer like you. Sell yourself. Make them or make them feel sorry for you. I mean, if you're one of those people that are unfortunately going through some problems today because of the economy, and you just, came across some bad times nowadays, tell them that. You never know who you get on the phone that could show some sympathy and work with you and help you get all or some of that limit back. Uh, hey, look, call them. It's worth a shot. Why not? What have you got to lose? They already cut your limit. Got to do something. If you haven't been affected by this Capital One slashing of these limits and you have a credit card with Capital One, I advise you to use these credit cards. Okay, don't have these cards sitting in your wallet. What's in your wallet? That stupid commercial they got. If you have a Capital One credit card in your wallet, use it. Don't just have it sitting idle. All right, you want to use it. You want to show that it has activity. Don't give Capital One the excuse of, well, you haven't been using your card, so we decided to cut it due to inactivity. Don't let them use that excuse on you. Don't give them a reason to cut your limit just by no activity. Use it. Pay your bills. Put some gas in your car. Buy groceries. Uh, if you have a cash back card, use it. Get your rewards. Whatever. Use your card. I'm not saying go to go to the nearest mall and go on a shopping spree, and take your balance into the stratosphere. Okay, but use your card. Just be active. If it's inactive, don't give them that reason to slash your limit due to inactivity. All right, don't make it easy for them, and don't carry huge balances over month to month. All right, pay your balances off. Pay your balances down. You don't want to show Capital One that your balances are increasing month after month, because that's going to give Capital One or any bank is going to show them that you just don't want to pay off the balance, and maybe you're going through something that you can't pay the bill, you can't pay your balances down. And like I said before about the credit utilization, you don't want your percentage going too high. You want to keep your utilization under 30% of your available credit. So don't let your balances creep up month after month. If you have the means right now to chop down that balance, as much as you can, then by all means do that. All right. I mean, in these times, of course, you want to save cash and have a safety net of cash reserves, but you also want to have your credit standing in a good place. Okay, so keep those balances as low to zero as you possibly can within your means. Don't carry an astronomical balance month after month. Like I said before, you don't want to give the bank a reason to cut your limit. Okay, you want to be one of those people that has a stellar credit profile, and they look at you and they say, you know what, we're going to let him or her keep their limits. Let's worry about somebody else, because you don't want your limit to be on a chopping block. It's now more important than ever that you do what you got to do to improve your credit. Why? Because if Capital One is slashing credit limits, who do you think they're going to come after first? Are they going to go after the person who's shown they can be responsible in paying back the money that the bank is letting them use? The person that is responsible with their credit? The person that pays their bills on time? The person who has a high credit score? Or will they go after the person who's proven that they're more likely to be irresponsible with their credit, who doesn't pay their bills on time, whose credit score is on the low side, who do you think they're going to pick first? So do what you got to do to improve your credit. Get educated. I got links in the description below this video with 5 actionable tips you can put to work right now to improve your credit. So it's a free 5 tips. Just click the link and go get it. And somewhere in your screen, I have a video that shows how to be more responsible with your credit. So here it is right here. Click the link in the description, watch this video, and get on your way to improving your credit more and more day by day to avoid any any cutting of your credit limit. We need our credit limits. And for those of you who've been affected by Capital One cutting your limit, hey, try to use all the suggestions that we learned in this video so far, and hopefully you can get back some or all of your limit. All right, I'm pulling for you. God bless. And go ahead and click on this video, click the link in the description and get those 5 tips. Trust me, you'll love them. And until next video, I'll see you later.